Hello and welcome to the Gooners Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, where we today will actually pod and not just bring you 15 seconds of shenanigans and tomfoolery. Mike, you skinny bastard, how are ya?
I'm good. I'm so skinny now. I only weigh 800 pounds instead of 900 pounds.
You know, no one texted this morning with their Monday weigh-ins. Did you drop the 50-pound mark?
I have burst through the 50-pound mark. I've lost 52 pounds in 55 days. I basically just stopped eating beer all the time and Baconators, and it's just coming flying off. So
I mean, as far as, that works.
By the time the season starts, I should be down to 49 pounds. But for the time being, I'm still everyone's favorite fat lump from America. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So happy Father's Day, Andy. Yesterday, even though we're not 100% sure you're actually the father, as Danny mentioned in our chat yesterday.
That's very true.
Yeah, but I still think he's mine because he's way too cute to be yours.
Wow.
It's our fourth season. I have a feeling that we're going to finally get it right. The first three seasons were just practice. The 150 shows we've done, we're just kind of getting our chops together. But even though Arsenal had absolutely no big announcements since the end of the season, we at the Gooners Pod have a bunch of big announcements to make today. So are you ready to get started with the first one?
I am not entirely sure what both of them are. So yeah.
This is classic organization. Andy, it is the transfer market, and because I'm not Stan Kroenke, I have pulled money out of my other podcast to finance this one and buy new talent.
Oh.
And man, we've made a huge splash in the podcast transfer market this summer.
We have.
There's actually a couple free transfers, but we went overboard on the wage packets. Okay, there are no wage packets. We just have the ability to gain new exposure for these gentlemen to literally fives of new people. But we did finally get it over the line. Andy, we're growing.
We are
not just in the pants, but we're adding a new show to our channel. Are we not?
We are adding it. Just get on with it, Mike.
Well, I'm grafting. I'm trying to,
respect.
We're grafting. So we've added two outstanding football minds, two gloriously attractive young men. Both of them have bodies that were just made for Pornhub. So we've already got that link up. Opinions that are super opinion-y. And we're excited to add them to the channel for a weekly preview show to offset the shit that Andy and I do each week and get some actual credibility. So without further ado, Drew Thompson, welcome to the podcast.
Mike, thanks for having me back. Andy, good to see you. I just want to say I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through a whole season with the amount of piss takes you guys are going to put us through.
You're not going to take too much piss. We're going to call you the catheter.
We're going to have to go with a loan with a view to buy after one season and see how we do. That's going to be the new plan.
I think that'll work. Speaking of piss takes, I do have a formal introduction for you. So without any further ado, we are thrilled to first welcome Der Kommissar of Dossier, the Mezzanozel of sports writing, because that's supposed to be a good thing. He puts the anal in analytical. He put the D in dossier. The rut-row in thorough. He's the moose of tactical news. It's Drew Thompson. How's that? Did I do you justice?
It's taken it 15 seconds for me to already be questioning my decisions. So I think you're doing. I think you're doing a good job thus far.
10 seconds quicker than most people.
Yes, I better scale it. This is the reason why we've never had a person come on the podcast twice.
Fair enough.
Did you have a good Father's Day yesterday, Drew?
I'm not a father, contrary to popular belief.
That you know of.
Yeah, no, it was good. Everything that I can be expected for. So, yes, Carrie is exactly correct. I'm currently second-guessing my entire life choice right now. So,
well, we don't want to do that. I've come on too strong again. And speaking of Carrie, the chat, we've got Archie, we've got David Ziegler, we've got... which of David Ziegler's identities is he having today? Bulgarian Gooner, Mr. Arsenal Podcast, Ryan, way to go. Carrie, Bulgarian Gooner again, so I don't really need to mention him again. Screen Boy's in here, and Andy's checking in. We also will be having a partner in crime, and I don't mean crime like normal crime, Drew. I mean, I just
what I'd be good at. So
don't put words in my mouth. I don't automatically link you together with crime. Come on. So Drew introduced us to a guy a few months back, a man who I gave some very sage life advice to, and then completely ignored it recently. A man who shares his contempt with mine for Mr. Enos Stanley Kroenke, but also our contempt for people constantly whining about him not spending his own money on players. He's not here yet. He might join us by the end of the podcast, but it's Nate Smith of You Are My Arsenal, who's not with us because he's out beating people up who are talking about a $40 million transfer kitty. So we will, clearly show you much more respect than we have already throughout the season. You're the yin to our football yang because you actually know stuff about football. So we're still weeks away from debuting everything. It's still in the concept phase, but no pressure. Tell everyone exactly about the new show, Drew.
Well, it's in its infancy, so we don't even really have a name fleshed out. But essentially, it's going to be every week. Nate and I are going to be doing match previews, and we're going to be doing a lot of tactical analysis in terms of that. Things like breaking down our opponents, looking at our run of form. Maybe things that Unai could be doing to focus in on who we have in a particular setting, highlighting certain players, their contributions, how they fit into certain systems. And maybe one of the trials may be is when we start finally making some signings this summer, which I'm sure we'll go on to later, is similar to what Tom has been doing in his show, where he's been profiling players and what they've brought to the table, like Saliba at Saint Etienne and Praetnage at Sampdoria. He's been looking at how they do. What we could maybe go to delve into a little bit deeper and invite Tom on as the first guest is to talk about how they fit in to the tactical schematics under Unai moving forward, maybe some changes that might have to be looked at to make these players really come to the fore, that kind of thing. It's going to be a lot of tactical analysis. It's, we're going to want obviously some fan involvement, some questions.
User involvement. We don't have fans like Tom.
Fair, good
maybe
point.
When you guys start, we'll have some fans.
So it's going to be a lot of that. And through the discussions that you and I have had, and I have had with Andy and with all our WhatsApp group chats, I think it'd be a good opportunity to at least really sort of try to get more things to break down Arsenal. And I think there's a lot of people who really want to see analysis. And it's something that I do in my writing. It's something I do when I coach. Nate does as well. So I think it's something we can really have a lot of fun with. Try to help you guys keep growing and give you guys the exposure that you deserve. So
it will, man. And all kidding aside, you and Nate are not Nader, but Nate are really, really good at what you do. Great writers. We're hitching ourselves on to the Drew Thompson, Nate Smith bandwagon, so that when you guys are, the kings of media.
When I'm 60, it'll be down the line, 25-year goal.
Howard Stern's the king of media, and he's like 79 years old at this point. So,
touche.
Well, you can remember us and how you used to do our podcast channel before we chased you away with all the piss taking. So.